Soos genoem gesels ek met Andrew Russell van die Suikerrietkwekersvereninging. Andrew, welcome to Groot Plaas.
Thank you very much, Mia. Thank you for talking to us about our internship program.
It's such a privilege, and I'm very excited to hear. First of all, tell me about the recent graduation.
Yes, the recent graduation ceremony was held to celebrate the successes of 10 young graduates who comprise the 2021-2022 intake on our youth internship program. And as part of their training, the interns attend a senior certificate in sugarcane agriculture course. And it's their successes in that course that we were celebrating leading into Youth Day.
Well, if you look at your role, why does this excite you as the chairman of the South African Cane Growers Association?
This internship program initiated by the South African Cane Growers Association is very exciting on a number of levels. Firstly, it's a very effective use of sugar industry transformation funding, as 100% of those funds go to providing a stipend to these young interns, and all of the other costs are carried by SA cane growers or by the host farmers. Secondly, it also provides the opportunity for young graduates who have already demonstrated a passion for farming and agriculture to gain practical experience and thereby become a very valuable asset to agriculture in general and to the farming operations where they work. And this is borne out by the fact that 80% of all of the interns we've trained so far have been offered full-time employment on the farms where they did their training.
That's wonderful to hear, and it really is something to be excited about. I'm thinking now, when we look at the industry, what value does the youth bring to your industry specifically?
Well, creating opportunities in established farming enterprises for young people who have a heart for farming brings in vibrant, energetic people into agriculture and specifically into sugarcane farming. And that in turn encourages the adoption of new technology and innovative thinking, which is essential for the sustainable future in a rapidly changing world. So well, we think that it's a key to our sustainability.
It is the truth. Now I'm thinking about this program. What skills are taught to these interns? I mean, what will they bring to the industry now that they've graduated?
Okay, so the graduates already have a diploma or a degree in tertiary education, but it might not be specific to sugarcane. And so what this course that we have done in partnership with the Research Institute gives them the specific skills that they need in order to be effective sugarcane farmers. Some of the things that they learn are around pests and diseases that affect sugarcane, the ways of planting and propagating sugarcane, the appropriate methods of harvesting, and a lot of the detail that is specific to sugarcane farming. So not only do they have a theoretical knowledge, but they also have the practical experience of putting that knowledge into practice in the field.
How does the industry for the sugarcane industry look at the moment, especially after the 2 years we've had? How are you guys experiencing it?
Well, we've had a very difficult time over the last 6 years or longer, in fact. The industry suffered very severe droughts in 2015 and 2016, which affected production. And then just as we were getting back on our feet, we had an enormous influx of foreign sugar, cheap imports into the country, which displaced a lot of our sugar. We were forced to sell that at a loss on the world market. Following that, we had the health promotion levy, which was introduced by government and has resulted in a significant drop in local consumption of sugar, which has affected our revenues. And now, last year, we had the July unrest, and more recently, the very severe floods over a large part of the sugarcane growing industry. So there are significant headwinds that we have been forced to face. But in amongst that, there are great opportunities and reasons for hope. One of those is this youth internship program. Another is the master plan that has been put together under the auspices of the Department of Trade and Industry, as well as the Department of Agriculture, which is essentially a plan towards a more sustainable, vibrant, and growing environment for the sugarcane industry in South Africa in the near future.
Now, you said that during the 2019 and 2021 intakes, the program was oversubscribed in terms of the number of farmers willing to host and train interns. So take me through the process. I mean, how did that go about?
Well, we opened up, firstly, we established a line for the candidates themselves to apply for a position because the positions were limited, and that was oversubscribed by a significant margin. And then we went to our members, who are all farmers, some of them large scale and some of them small scale farmers, and we invited them to become mentors and hosts for these interns. And as you say, we are pleased to announce that we had a very positive uptake, a very enthusiastic uptake from the farmers themselves to this program and to the benefit that it brings to the industry as a whole, but also to the benefit that it brings to those farming operations.
And if you step back and you just take an outside look to it, the concept of giving over giving and teaching young ones knowledge, giving over your knowledge. It's something to be hopeful about. Do you think that is important specifically in this industry for the older, more experienced farmers to, bring over their knowledge?
Yes, it's absolutely essential. In order for our industry to be sustainable and continue to grow, continue to feed people and continue to impact the over 1 million livelihoods that it currently impacts, the sugar industry needs to be innovative and to be able to adapt to a rapidly changing ecological, social, and economic environment. And the internship program brings in bright, innovative individuals with a passion for farming, and that is very healthy.
What are some of the biggest challenges that the industry is facing at the moment?
Well, I gave you a list of some of the environmental challenges that we have faced recently. As I said, we've faced a drought. We face the consequence of enormous imports of foreign sugar. We have suffered the consequences of legislative decisions around the health promotion levy. And more recently, we had very significant damage during the riots and unrest of July 2021. And now early in February and March, we had significant flooding. So there's all kinds of challenges that face farmers, but a lot of them aren't new, and they're things that we have learned to face up to head on and to deal with them as they arrive.
And I'm also sure that there must be measures that are put in place to almost not prevent, but to help in crises like you've just mentioned. Is there?
Yes. Well, one of the interventions that that is ongoing is the master plan for the sugarcane value chain, which I mentioned earlier, has been hosted under the auspices of the Department of Trade and Industry and also Agriculture, and that is putting together a plan for the industry to diversify into other products and also to buy into, get the full value chain and all of the stakeholders to be part of that plan and to buy into that plan. So that is one of the initiatives that is really working well towards a more sustainable sugarcane industry.
When we look at the young ones, if I can call them that, at the moment, the graduates, So obviously you spoke about, you know, the new blood, the new energy they bring to the industry. What are some of the possibilities that, that they can bring when it comes to technology and so? I mean, what space is there in the industry that needs improvement and more attention?
Well, sugarcane is like all other crops, it deteriorates, and the rate of that deterioration between harvesting and delivery to the processing plants causes quite significant loss of value. And so that is one obvious area in the supply chain where we could use 4IR and other technology to improve and to reduce those unnecessary losses. But like technology itself, the sky's the limit, really, and it takes those bright, innovative, uncluttered minds to identify where and how this new technology can be adopted. So, you know, I wouldn't like to put a cap on it, but there's almost every aspect to farming, and specifically sugarcane farming, can benefit from some type of innovative thinking and harnessing some of this new technology.
And in most cases, it's to simplify things, because I think when you mention somebody with a decluttered mind, they look at a thing and they think, oh, but this can be done in such a more easier way. So it's very hopeful and very exciting. Is this program going forward? Is it going to be a yearly thing?
Well, that's a good point and a good question. And the program itself relies on funding from the South African Sugar Association Transformation Fund, which is a fund which was established through a commitment by the industry to spend R1 billion on transformation over 5 years. We're currently in the 4th year of that program. There is another year to run next year. And every year, those initiatives are reviewed for their effectiveness. And we're very hopeful that at least for another year, this program will continue. And it is our desire to, and we'll be lobbying our industry partners to extend the program beyond that.
Who are your ideal candidates?
Well, our ideal candidates are people, young people who have already demonstrated a passion for farming by embarking on some kind of tertiary education course. It doesn't have to be a degree, it can also be a diploma. But we would also consider matriculants to the course. And really, our first port of call is those people that are within the deep rural communities where the sugarcane farming takes place. But it's not limited to them. You know, farmers come from all walks of life, and we would like to make this accessible to anyone. But really, you don't need to be extremely well qualified. You just need to have a real heart for farming and a desire to be involved in agriculture.
Andrew, it was lovely talking to you. Congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful day further.
Thank you very much, Mia, and thank you to your viewers.
Dit was dan Andrew Russell gewees.